It's called a promo,
Shut
kid.
your
And
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. I'm glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon.
All right. We didn't even have a pre-show tape recording, but I feel like we just had a pre-show session. Excuse me, just got to have a long one. I got a cough drop in my mouth and a Terry Funk hat on because I'm ready to play a game with y'all.
Are you ready?
Let's go. We need some game show music. Da, 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 da,
Tis the season. So we played this game like very incrementally on the first episode of this season. It's called Cards Subject to Change. And we did just a little tiny preview of it. Now we're going to actually play a full game of it between you guys. And the rules of it are pretty simple. I'm going to name a WrestleMania off, and I'm going to say what matches took place on this WrestleMania. But one of the three matches I'm going to name didn't actually take place. It's going to be your job to tell me which one of the matches didn't actually happen.
Oh.
You didn't know?
Oh.
Sound pretty easy?
Yeah.
Easy for me.
Is that
right?
Last time Dylan and Mike destroyed me.
Now, the way I dictated who's going to go first is seniority. Since Dylan's been here the longest, he's going to go first. Did he say damn it?
like, damn, you got put on the spot.
I was all having my fists up, and then you said I was going first. I was like, no.
Thought I was giving him the advantage. So it'll go Dylan, Jeff, and Mike, and Dylan's going to start with WrestleMania 1. Yes, we're going to start with the beginning, the first one.
Makes sense.
Okay, Here's your three matches. Wendy Richter versus Fabulous Moolah. Ricky Steamboat versus Matt Bourne. Hogan and Mr. T versus Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper.
So,
Steamboat and Matt Bourne.
Wrong. It was Wendy Richter and Fabulous Moolah. It was actually Leilani Kai who was Wendy's opponent. Fabulous Moolah was just a manager.
Dang, with the trick question.
Yep, a lot of them are.
Switched up on him.
It's the Wendy Richter.
Now, Dylan, he got the first WrestleMania. Jeff is going to get the last WrestleMania, WrestleMania 40.
I swear to God, why you do this to me?
Damn. You got the last one.
I swear.
All right. Jeff's matches. Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. AJ Styles versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
Part done, bro.
Anything versus Gunther. This is something else. You know, you're something else, buddy. You're something else with this. Putting me on the spot in front of the fans and everyone out here. Okay.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
All right. You said Bianca and Charlotte, and then the
Bianca versus Becky.
Oh, you said Bianca versus Becky.
Yeah.
And then the third, what was the third one?
AJ Styles versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with the second one, the women's match.
That is correct. Becky Lynch actually faced Rhea Ripley. You got it right.
Oh, that was good guess. You're in the clear.
Yes.
Give me a hell yeah.
All right, Mike. Mike is going to get a good one. One of my favorites, actually. WrestleMania 23.
Are you ready?
Oh, that's 07. Oh, yeah, that is
2007.
Ooh,
we got, here's the three matches. Batista versus Undertaker. Edge and Orton versus DX. And Chris Benoit versus MVP.
Fickle.
They're fickle.
Edge and Orton versus DX.
That's correct. Edge and Orton
Yeah.
were in the Money in the Bank, and then Michaels was facing Cena. So
Yep.
Fair.
I remember that build up. Because that's where like freaking who else? I'll say somebody else was in that card. It was, of course, it was Batista versus Taker, John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah.
And it was Bobby versus Umaga with that whole shaving hair. Yeah.
I knew I couldn't add that one to the list.
A name that should not be mentioned, but yeah.
There's some matches like you just can't add.
Yeah, it was like no.
So Dylan, you're up next, and you're the only one that hasn't scored yet. So you need this dub. You need this W right now.
I'm about to lose.
No, let's get that confidence up. You got WrestleMania 36, Pandemic WrestleMania.
Okay.
Oh,
I came back around that time.
Pandemic Mania.
Your matches are Edge versus AJ Styles, Rhea versus Charlotte, Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan.
Fickle. They're fickle.
Okay, let me break this down, okay?
Okay.
The first one was for sure, because that was the last man standing, I want to say.
Looks like we've had enough talk.
Or was it just a normal match? No, because I remember Randy Orton going like super long for no reason. Like, it was so long. And then Rhea and Charlotte. That was the Saiyan gear, if I remember correctly. That was the Saiyan armor gear for Rhea.
Like, I can't confirm or deny. I'm just like,
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to like rationalize this. I think it's the third one. I think it's the third one. Sami
Zayn versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Incorrect. It was actually Edge versus AJ Styles, and you tripped yourself. You actually said who was in the match. Yeah, you said Randy Orton at one point.
Lost.
Poor guy. It's like in your brain you knew it was Randy Orton, but you didn't realize AJ Styles was the opponent.
Fickle. They're fickle.
I will admit though, I hear Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan, and I don't remember any of it. I'm like, wait, what?
That was a match that happened? What?
Yeah.
That really? Wait.
WrestleMania 36, Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan.
That's crazy. Damn, I can't even remember. I forgot because like Daniel Bryan was still wrestling.
Yep. The next year would be Daniel's last WrestleMania when he was in the main event with Edge and Roman.
So
I remember that one.
This will be heel Sammy, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Was this Sammy the conspiracy theories Sammy?
I believe so.
Because
he was the conspiracy theories heel Sammy. Because I remember like he would bring in like cameras and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I said his name. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Speaking of oh no, I feel kind of bad for Jeff because I'm looking at the one Jeff just got, and I'm like, dude, this is a tough one.
Don't worry. There's a chance I might get it right.
You got this. If you could get what was it, Sheamus and I can't remember. If you can get that Battleground match out your ass, you can get this.
Battleground?
You got WrestleMania 9, and here's the matches. Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka, Razor Ramon versus Bob Backlund, Bret Hart versus Rick Rude.
Ding dong, hello.
WrestleMania 9.
Tatanka.
Oh, we love Tatanka.
Acknowledge me.
Tatanka. I think. I think is he related to what's his face? Why does that name sound so familiar? Tatanka.
Tatanka's been around a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, the name sounds so familiar to me, but I can't put the face on it. Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka. You said Razor Ramon versus Bob Backlund, which to me that doesn't I don't know. That one sounds fishy. And then the third one was Rick Rude versus Bret Hart.
Yeah.
9.
One of my favorite WrestleMania arenas, but one of my least favorite WrestleMania cards.
All right.
Fair point.
Thinking I'm gonna.
So,
Bob Backlund. Razor Ramon. Or could be Bret Hart versus Rick Rude. That sounds. See, the first two on my. I'm going to go with Razor Ramon and Bob Backlund.
So that is incorrect. It was Bret Hart versus Rick Rude.
Damn it, I knew
Bret
it was
faced Yokozuna for the WWE title in the main event.
That was. Shit. Bro, it just didn't sound right. I was like, Bob Backlund, Razor Ramon.
I know it doesn't, but it really happened.
But then again, I was like, the Rick Rude and Bret Hart sounded more legit to me. I was like, that sounds more legit.
I have to admit, I'm a trickster when it comes to making this game up. I look at it and I'm like, what looks like it would make sense? And then what on the card that actually happened looks like it doesn't make sense. Like Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan, Bob Backlund, Razor Ramon. These are matches that look like they didn't happen, but they happened.
Yeah. I just never thought in my
what? Like, that really happened? Like, what? Huh?
Let's get to Mike's now. Mike is catching the good ones. I don't know. This isn't like specified. Like I didn't say I'm going to give this person this one. I pulled them all at random and put them in the order they're in and said I'll just start like, seniority. Mike is getting some good ones. He's got WrestleMania 26. One of my favorites. One of my favorite WrestleManias.
Oh, 26.
Yeah. So, the matches. Edge versus Chris Jericho. Batista versus Randy Orton. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker.
rest in peace.
Batista versus Randy Orton.
That's correct.
I would say that one.
That didn't happen.
Because it didn't happen because it was CM Punk versus Randy Orton, right?
I'm not sure. I know Batista faced Cena for the WWE title. So
yeah, Batista. It was Batista versus Cena. I think. I'm like,
here. You got me thinking. No, CM Punk faced Rey Mysterio at 26. I know that much.
Okay.
All right, so Mike is in the lead now with 2. Jeff has 1. Dylan has none. But Dylan's about to make the comeback of the century, I'm sure.
Oh, God.
Let's go, Dylan. Let's go. Clap, clap.
Come on, Dylan. You got it.
Dylan has WrestleMania 13. Legendary WrestleMania.
Oh.
Done.
Where'd he go?
I'm back.
Okay. The matches. Undertaker versus King Kong Bundy. Triple H versus Goldust. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold.
Give me a hell yeah.
Yo, you're such a trickster, bro.
Oh, you are. You are.
So much.
What a trickster.
Triple dust. I don't know.
Wrong. It was Undertaker versus King Kong Bundy. Undertaker actually beat Psycho Sid for the WWF title in the main event of this WrestleMania.
What?
Yep, that happened.
Mike, I swear to God, if you don't stop knowing shit, you don't get extra points.
No bonus.
But this bitch is getting on my nerves.
Don't give me that Dave Meltzer bonus.
Exactly, bro. He's like, hey, credit goes to Mike for actually naming all the other matches on that card.
All right. Now we get to Jeff, and Jeff gets another good one. He gets WrestleMania 24. Okay, I like this WrestleMania. Orlando.
Ooh.
The matches, Batista versus Umaga, Chavo Guerrero versus Kane, Edge versus John Cena.
Ruthless
And go.
aggression.
Oh, this is Kane. Then you said Ed versus John Cena. What was the first one?
Batista versus Umaga.
I'm going to go with John Cena and Edge. Final answer.
That is correct. Edge defended the World Heavyweight title against The Undertaker in the main event of this WrestleMania.
Knew you were trying to trick me, bro. I knew you were trying to trick me.
I always am.
I didn't say anything this time. I did not say nothing.
Now,
I don't want to say shit.
This isn't in the notes either, but I do want to point this out. I have Chavo Guerrero versus Kane on here, and I hate this match because one, it's a squash match. Chavo loses in like 11 seconds to Kane, and it's for the ECW title, and that's the only time the ECW title's ever been on WrestleMania.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was the only time?
Only time it's been defended at WrestleMania.
Damn, they treat that shit like it's a joke.
Dude, it's sad.
That's sad. That is sad right there.
All right. And speaking of sad, a lot of sad things happened at this next WrestleMania. Mike, you have WrestleMania 34, one of the most heartbreaking ones of all time.
Oh.
The matches. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. John Cena versus Undertaker. Bayley versus Charlotte.
Ding dong. Hello.
Bayley versus Charlotte. I was at this WrestleMania, dude. This was in New Orleans.
Yeah, you were at the damn. You got lucky.
Yeah, I was there. Yes, I was there, dude. Like Bayley versus Charlotte did not happen. It was Asuka versus Charlotte. I was rooting for Asuka to win that shit, and like it rigged. Yes.
That blew my mind when Asuka tapped and her streak broke. And
I was in that arena pissed off. I was pissed off. Like, this should not happen. Same thing for Shinsuke versus AJ Styles. That was like, Shinsuke should have won the big one. But
that's what I'm saying. It's one of the most heartbreaking WrestleManias. And then we get John Cena and Undertaker, and it's a squash match.
That was a squash because I was there, and like, dude, like, I mean, the gong like got everybody in the whole arena go crazy and stuff. But it was just like, dude, this is a squash match. It's like all that talk, and then you just get squashed. Like, really?
Man, that's why I said it's one of the most heartbreaking WrestleMania. So much bad shit happens. What are the odds Mike gets when he went to live?
I know. I thought you were really gonna say WrestleMania 30. I thought you were gonna say WrestleMania 30 because that was like just a sad point.
It's still real to me, damn.
All right, we're back to Dylan, and Dylan's looking to score. WrestleMania 11. Buckle up for this one. These next few are going to be really tough for everybody. So, WrestleMania 11, though. The matches: Razor Ramon versus Jeff Jarrett, Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty, Bret Hart versus Bob Backlund.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Bret Hart versus Bob Backlund.
That is wrong, unfortunately. It was Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty. Michaels faced Diesel for the WWE title at this one.
What?
Okay, hold up. On Dylan's behalf, how long did Bob Backlund go?
For a long time.
That's what I'm like, dude, how long he's been on that stuff? Because, dude, Bob Backlund's been like...
How can we put Bob Backlund in WrestleMania, guys?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, Bob Backlund? How long did he keep going?
Was he like the longest jobber in the company?
Legend. He's one of the longest reigning WWE champions too.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, really?
He is.
I don't doubt that he would be in these matches because one of his gimmicks at a time was just that he was crazy.
Yeah.
He was.
I thought he was like really with like with Ted DiBiase and IRS and stuff. That's what I thought. Because every time I see in that suit that he got on and stuff, I thought he was just a part of it.
All right, let's get to Jeff now, and Jeff's gonna get WrestleMania 29.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Matches on this one: Undertaker versus CM Punk.
Gross.
Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena. Ryback versus Mark Henry.
We always say we don't set the bar. We are the bar.
What was the second one? Alberto
Del Fritos versus John Cena.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Ryback versus Mark Henry.
That's a meat match.
Looks like we've had enough talk.
Let's take off Undertaker and CM Punk. We're gonna write that one off. I think that one probably happened.
Okay. I thought you were saying you were picking that one.
No. I'm writing it off. Like I'm breaking it down. Elimination. Like if I was doing multiple choice here, I'm taking that one off.
You did. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music?
Exactly. Exactly, bro. It's exactly how I feel right now. I'm in that mode. All right, what was the third option again?
The third option was Ryback versus Mark Henry.
Looks like we've had enough talk. It's time for the main
This is a trick question, and I know it. What was more believable? Mark Henry or the other dude?
Ryback.
I'm gonna go with. This is WrestleMania, so I feel like Vince McMahon would put that on. Shit, maybe I'm overthinking this way too hard.
Fickle. They're fickle.
I'm gonna go with Ryback and Mark Henry. Final answer.
Okay, that's false. It was actually the second option with Alberto Del Rio and John Cena. John Cena faced The Rock in a rematch to win the WWE title at the main event of this WrestleMania.
The run back.
It was between those two.
All right, now, Jeff, you still have a chance to tie this if Mike doesn't get this one correct. But if Mike gets this one correct, yeah, he's pretty much going to get this one in the bag. The last three will be for fun at that point.
All right.
Mike gets WrestleMania 4. WrestleMania 4.
Oh.
The matches. Rick Rude versus Jake Roberts. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Ultimate Warrior versus Ricky Steamboat.
Thank you.
WrestleMania 4.
Damn.
For the fourth point.
Yeah.
So the first one was Rick Rude versus Jake the Snake.
Yup.
Second one was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. And which was the last one?
Ultimate Warrior, Ricky Steamboat.
Ultimate Warrior versus Ricky Steamboat. Oof. I would go. I would go with the first choice.
Rick Rude and Jake Roberts?
Yeah.
That is false. It was actually Ultimate Warrior versus Ricky Steamboat. The Ultimate Warrior was in. See, what was cool about WrestleMania 4 was it was a big tournament. We actually talked about this recently in one of the episodes we were doing.
Wow.
There was like 1 or 2 intermission matches, and Ultimate Warrior was in one of those. And Ricky Steamboat lost in the first round of the tournament, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Damn.
All right. Now we're moving on to this last round, and this last round will hopefully get Dylan a point and could potentially tie it up.
Buckle up, Teddy.
All right, let's see. What does Dylan get? Dylan is going to get WrestleMania 2, which was hosted from 3 locations. It was a poorly received train wreck, but the Funks wrestled there, and I weirdly kind of love this WrestleMania. So, weird facts on this one.
Thank you.
Okay, matches for you, Dylan. Mr. T versus Roddy Piper. Ricky Steamboat versus Hercules. Hulk Hogan versus Big John Studd.
Ruthless aggression.
So, what do we want to talk about?
Ding dong. Hello.
Take your time.
Take your time. Do we got to cue the
Everything in my head is that
millionaire?
all 3 of those matches happened at WrestleMania 2.
This is like that was the moment of silence.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Hogan and Studd, even though I think it's probably wrong. I
That is the correct answer. Hogan faced King Kong Bundy.
Let's go. Let's go, Dylan.
Let's go, Dylan.
You put a point on the board.
Put one up. Put one up on him. I really thought Ricky Steamboat versus Hercules would be the trip up of the century.
Yeah, I was like, I heard the Hercules there. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, Hercules? What?
That's why I was confused too. I was like, there was a Hercules guy.
Yeah. Hercules, unfortunately.
I was like, I know Disney Hercules, but
no.
WrestleMania Hercules?
Yep, it's a real wrestler. He had a lot of matches.
What the?
All right, let's give Jeff WrestleMania 16, WrestleMania 2000, aka the Multi-Man Mania. Almost all the matches on this card are multi-man matches.
Oh no!
Oh,
so that's why every match I put on this, all three of these are multi-man choices.
Diggity dog.
All right,
Diggity dog. Hell yeah!
Your choices: Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, triple threat. Triple H, Foley, Big Show, and The Rock in a fatal four-way. DX versus Kane and Rikishi tag team match.
Chingawen. Let's take off the second one off the rip. I feel like that happened. This is if you're saying diggity dog. I'm gonna go and try to get in my nostalgia bag real quick. Kane and Rikishi sounds also fake, but it also sounds legit. The first one, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Jericho sounds legit too, though.
Fickle. They're fickle.
Let's go with the first one.
That is correct. Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero didn't happen. It was actually Kurt Angle, not Eddie Guerrero, that was in the triple threat. It was 2 out of 3 falls, and Kurt Angle lost both the IC title and the European title without being pinned for either. Jericho, I think, won the European. Benoit won the Intercontinental. But Eddie Guerrero wasn't in that match. So now we're tied up.
How does that work? So, each pin took a different title off?
Yes.
That's actually kind of genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it always should go.
That's cool.
All right. Mike, you're in the hot seat now because it's tied up. This is for the game. This is win or we go to a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Overtime clutched in, bro. I clocked in overtime, bro.
All right.
Mike, to win it all, you have WrestleMania 37.
Drink it in, man.
Ooh.
This one. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Big E versus Sheamus.
Banger. After banger. After banger.
Big E versus Sheamus. It's Big E versus Sheamus, isn't it?
That's correct. Big E actually faced Apollo Crews in a no-holds-barred Nigerian drum fight for the Intercontinental title.
Apollo had that Nigerian gimmick. I remember that freaking gimmick that Apollo had. Oh my god!
Off in my head, I was like, "Oh, I remember that. I remember that."
It's the Continental Championship. Fire up the Jet Aziz.
We were just supposed to believe that he just had an accent.
I don't know.
Yeah, they just the reverse. It's the reverse Kofi effect.
Still, that match did happen. Mike gets the win, 4-3 to 1. Dylan got his one, thankfully.
Thank you.
You're the one.
Congratulations.
You're the 3s and the 4s. We the one.
This is the first time we've ever done an official game of it, and Mike is our first winner. And throw the confetti up.
Throw the confetti up.
Yeah.
Make it rain.
Throw the streamers out.
Pop them off. Bring out the pyro.
So badly, man.
Maybe when we do the all-in season 1, Dylan will have a clean sweep. I can't wait to do some shit like this again. We'll have some more games coming up. We'll have the On This Day game in a couple weeks. So
on this day,
I hope everybody enjoyed themselves.
Heck yeah, man. Always.
Oh yeah, definitely.